XL service bodies. We basically build service truck bodies for light utilities and now for Isuzu trucks. We're the people that actually imported the concept from North America, and we provide solutions for utility companies, tradespeople. We think we're pretty much experts in sheet metal, thin gauge sheet metal. We're experts in that. And I've taken over the business from my in-laws, so it's a second generation family business. I'm an American, so I caught wind when Big Ass broke into the market out here, and see him into the Bunnings and see him at the cruise ship terminal in Cairns, and that's when I said, you know, we need to get those in our factory. So I thought that was pretty impressive to see the growth of Big Ass fans in Australia. It's really impressive. When we installed our first Big Ass fan in the sheet metal building, it was immediate results in attitude. Everybody felt a little bit of pride and they felt special. That's the biggest one in our sheet metal cutting room, and that's the room where everybody basically is cutting and folding sheet metal, and then from there it goes into the feeding areas where we've got 3 fans just behind me, and that basically cools down for about 30 people. We've got wall mount controllers for all of the fans. We've used the fans year round. You know, whether they're a low speed or a high speed, depends on what the weather is. I mean, Queensland's basically got about 10 months of summer, so you know, 10 months we're using them to cool us down, and the other 2 months sometimes to warm us up. We looked at energy consumption as a big issue. So over the last 5 years, we've installed 30 kilowatts of solar. We also had a lot of surface ground fans that added some dust and debris complications with throwing dust around. So we looked and saw that the Big Ass fan looked like a pretty good option for us to look at, and we did some research and we felt it was a good fit for us. The overall cost, the ROI, compared to using the fans on the ground, moving around the space. We're in an industrial environment, so adding any more is not what you really want. So it's nice, because the other fans that we had before, you would turn them on and it sounded like, you know, you were just sucking the energy out of Queensland, and there would be a hard start and they make a lot of noise. So it does make a big difference to not hear that whining the whole time. That was also the main reason we bought them, is to cool our guys down, make the working conditions more comfortable. Queensland summer is just miserable here. We looked at, you know, getting a good airflow in the whole entire factory as a solution. And look, the guys at Big Ass Fans came in here, they scoped the job, they looked at the challenges, they gave us enough information to work with. When they come to do the job, they got it done without interruptions. Very easygoing people to work with. In the installation process, the Big Ass Fans sales rep came and said, you know, we could help you out with your lighting too. And again, I went and did some research online, and they were actually good enough to give me a trial. And they said if you didn't like them, we'd come and collect them, we'd install them and take it from there. And so we really needed some good lighting over our powder coating line, and that's where we started. And now we've got them lined up through our whole final quality assurance line, over our welding bays. It's been a real big help. The lights are fantastic, and they're programmable, and they make a lot of sense. You could buy a cheap LED that's made in China that doesn't have any support, any backup, no standards, or you pay a little bit more and get what you really want. It's chalk and cheese. The Big Ass fan always gets the look. People look up, they're very impressed with it, but they also see what's going on. I mean, the whole entire air is moving around at a nice, manageable pace, so it does get a lot of feedback. The quality of the product, the installation, I think the value for money, and your return on investment working with the Big Ass fans and the Big Ass lights. I've done the math, and if you're in business for the long run, it's the right decision.